Good evening, everyone, and happy Sunday. It is Sunday, September 14th. It's about 5:30 in the evening, and I just wanted to briefly check in. I had planned on checking in at the beginning of this month, but it's been tough. This month has been monthing. But yeah, I actually came up here at the beginning of the month because we had like a really big monsoon storm, so the temperatures were really nice, the weather was really nice, but I just didn't feel like recording anything, so I just sat alone and recorded rainbows and raindrops and all the beauty that you get to see and after the monsoon. And so I just wanted to briefly speak a little bit about weather and how the changes in weather, changes in season can affect some fibromyalgia, chronic pain people. And okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to get in a space where I wouldn't be caught off guard, because always important to keep your eyes and head on a swivel, because you never know. It's a crazy world we live in, and it's just gotta pay attention at all times. But there's so much beauty out here, so much beauty. Like I've said in my other videos, of course I prefer the beach and the beautiful sands and water and all that great stuff, but I am just enjoying what's close to me, which is this desert landscape. But it's still beautiful. I definitely have noticed a difference with the monsoon that we just had. I just noticed that things look a tad bit greener, and I usually notice it like in the winter months, like this. One of my favorite bushes right here, this is a lot greener. It doesn't look all burnt like it usually does during the summer months. But yeah, we're in September, and the weather, I always say I love the months that end in ER, because I know that the weather is going to be changing and getting better for me. Now, people who have like arthritis, I've heard people say that have arthritis. I also have arthritis, but still, fibro overpowers like everything. Every ailment that I have, every issue that I have, every medical issue that I have, fibromyalgia, unfortunately, it trumps all of the horrible, the endometriosis, the hip bursitis, the scoliosis, I have a lot of different, unfortunately, I have a host of medical issues. So when it comes to fibromyalgia, it trumps all of that. I wish I could just be completely cured of it, but because there is no cure for fibromyalgia, I have to do what's best for me to manage the symptoms and aches and pains and all the things that come with having fibro. A lot of people have said, oh, it's not a real condition. Fibromyalgia is made up in your head. It's because you're depressed, and depression causes you to have pain and things like that. But I'm so glad that it was determined by medical professionals that it is, in fact, a real disease, a real illness. Like I said, I just wish that there was a cure, but because there is not one at this point in time, I have to do what's best for me. And what is best for me may not be best for other fibromyalgia warriors and chronic pain sufferers and things like that. So for me, when the weather gets cooler, it's like I'm outdoors a lot more. I'm more comfortable outdoors. The sun can, even when it's cool out, that sun is going to always warm me up. Let me see what else. I've heard people say too, like if you're in areas where the what is it, and I'm not like a meteorologist, so I don't know all these terms. The dew point or the barometric pressure or something like that. I've read things that affects fibro pain and things of that nature, and arthritis. People who suffer with arthritis tend to like the warmer months, but for me, I don't care. Like I said, fibromyalgia for me is better managed in weather that's not extreme, because people, oh, you need to move to Colorado. I'm like, no. If I wanted to be in snow, I could go to northern Arizona, but no, I don't need the extremes in temperatures. So for me, what helps me is, I want to say like California weather, like San Diego, where the temperature is like 60s, 70s. That is like my go-to weather, my comfort weather, my happy place weather. But yeah, but for some people, just not. That's why I always say, just because something works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for someone else. And we have to keep pushing that, because a lot of times people who, and I get it, people want the best for people who deal with chronic pain and fibromyalgia specifically. So of course I understand why people, oh, you should try this because this was able to get so and so, and they really had bad fibro, and when they did this, they were able to start working full time and doing this, that, and the third. And no, that's not always gonna, but I get it. I definitely get outsiders or people that don't deal with it wanting to even share the information, the other options and alternatives to healing and feeling better with fibromyalgia. But yeah, I'm so glad that the weather is definitely cooling down. So hopefully that will help. These last, I want to say, yeah, a couple weeks. Usually, I mean, I don't want to get too detailed at this point in creating this YouTube channel, so I'm not going to mention what I was thinking about mentioning, but there are certain times of the month that are better, certain weeks out of the month that are better than others, and this past week was supposed to be that. And for whatever reason, because fibromyalgia for me is so unpredictable, I never know when I'm going to start flaring, how long the flare is gonna last. I just don't know. So all I can do is what's best for me, and I'm still a work in progress. So I'm still actively trying to figure out what works, because sometimes something could be working for a while and all of a sudden, like, why am I still suffering like to this degree, to this magnitude? Like, why are things so bad? Like, I just don't get it. It's very awful. It's a very awful place to be in, when you just want to feel good and be active and engage with others and be happy. But yeah, sometimes, a lot of times, I have to put on a mask and play like I'm good. I feel good. Plus, I know I'm told that it's good to not speak negative. Even if you are, it makes it really hard. Like if you're say for instance, you have a headache, and you could say, I feel great. I'm clear-headed. I don't have any pain. Like I feel great. They say it's just like if you're feeling sad and you just start smiling, just cheesing and just happy. Even though you're feeling down inside, they say that's supposed to help. Watching comedy shows, watching comedy like movies and whatnot, things to make you laugh. Those kind of things should help elevate your mood, but everybody is different. So I don't want to ever say that this is something that's going to help everyone. I just try to do different things that will help me. So yeah, I just wanted to tap in and let everyone know what's been going on. And I'm gonna try to do more, instead of these long videos of me just yapping about different things that's been going on with me. I'm thinking about doing more shorts. That way I can like bring up, like how today I'm just talking about how the weather affects the humidity, the dew point, like those numbers, how the environment, how that type of thing can affect a fibromyalgia person's pain levels, or people who suffer with any type of chronic pain issue. And so I'm thinking about for right now, my shorts are mostly, for the most part, they are of my physical activities. So of me doing like line dancing or whatever it is that is physical, that keeps me in motion. So being in motion is so important for me, because I definitely notice I can take all the pain medication, all the muscle relaxers, all the medical things prescribed to me. I can listen to binaural beats. I can do all of these things and still be in severe pain. I'm trying not to cry because, oh, and it's not, and the other thing too, it's 94 degrees out here, so it's like it's not the most comfortable, but I definitely needed to get out because I've been in the house quite a bit, and the sun really, really, really helps. It helps. But when it's hot, it's like, I don't want to be vulgar, but it's like, F that sun, like, we be trying to like run from it, like, yes. So I'm glad that the weather is cooling down and I'll be able to come out and be in a more comfortable space. So yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I try to keep the videos under 20 minutes. 10 minutes I think is great. 10 minutes is like probably ideal for me, for what I feel comfortable sharing. But with the shorts, I have to do some more research as I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. I think the shorts can be up to 3 minutes long. I'm not for sure. But even if I have to speak a little faster or whatever, I do plan to and prefer to do more shorts on this YouTube channel, to share the different things that have helped me with the pain and everything that I deal with on a daily basis. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing here. So like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. I think 20 minutes is kind of long, but yeah, I'm gonna focus more on shorts because I feel like I can get the things, most of the things out in that time frame, whatever that time frame is that I can get with doing a shorts. So again, thank you so much for listening to me talk and ramble about fibromyalgia, chronic pain, mental illness, all those things. I really appreciate anyone who has already subscribed. I'm still able to count my subscribers on my hands, so I'm hoping that you will like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, please comment, because I want to start engaging more and answering more questions and just trying to be of help, because this helps me as well, to be able to, I don't want to say vent, but share what I'm going through, because it's definitely tough, being a fibromyalgia warrior. It is definitely tough. But again, thank you so much for clicking on my page and watching this video, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos. And yeah, so peace until next time. Be blessed. Beautiful Arizona sun is setting behind that mountain. As the sun is setting over there, I just wanted to say that sometimes I like to think positive thoughts, and as far as people who say they understand what it's like to suffer with chronic pain, fibromyalgia specifically, because I know people that have it, and like I'll keep saying it over and over again, everyone is not the same. There's people who have it and are like, oh, I can still do this and that. It can't be that bad. It's like, come on, you are part of like the problem. But like I said, I'm not wishing like anything bad on anyone who already suffers and has found things to help them not suffer as much, but I'm not at that point yet. And when I do, because I want to stay positive, when I am at the point where I don't have to have so many pain days, severe pain days, I hope that I do not ever make another fibro or chronic pain sufferer feel like something is wrong, like they're not doing something right because either they didn't become vegetarian or vegan or whatever the situation. I've heard people, oh, if you work full time, you'll have no choice but to just, sleep all through the night because you're on your feet all day. But if you just stay at home and mope around and do nothing, then, and it's like, how do you assume that someone who's suffering with fibromyalgia is home doing nothing? Like, it has to be, what has to be done to let people know that a person who has a lot of pain, chronic pain, they're not sleeping through the night. They're not getting restful quality sleep. Even individuals who take medications, sometimes that stuff doesn't even work. So caring for yourself, self-care, taking your medications, doing whatever it is that you have to do for whatever ailment you have, that's a job. I look at that as work because it's not easy. For some people, it might be. Being a vegan, maybe that's easy to eat, raw vegan, eat all raw fruits and vegetables. Maybe that's easy. For me, it was not going to be easy. I haven't tried it. I've tried it, but not like, I haven't gone like full all into it. But no, I don't see that as something that a person should be like, oh, that's not work, because it is for a lot of people. I think I'm comfortable in saying for a lot of people it's hard to stick to a certain type of diet, a certain type of workout routine, anything, staying off the internet, being aware of how much time you spend on the internet and what you watch, what you consume visually. One came through in their motorcycle scooter, so it's kind of loud. But back to what I was saying about being a chronic pain person that suffers with all these ailments. It's a job to care for yourself, and I hate when people look at it as, oh, you're just home chilling, or you've had all these hours to do X, Y, and Z. And like I said, I get it. I'm able to put myself in other people's shoes. I just wish that people could put themselves in the shoes of people who have to deal with chronic pain. Now, everyone, I know I keep saying this over and over, everyone is different. Everyone handles things differently. And I just feel like, oh, I don't want to say it like this. I feel like you won't know it until you actually, I don't want to say have been cursed with it, but once you've like felt, like there was a commercial some years ago I saw for migraines, people who have migraines, and they were able to simulate, even with, I think, pregnancy, with childbirth or period cramps, they had something that you were able to put on your body and you'll get to feel what that person is going through. And it's like, what can they create to make a person feel, because a lot of people that have fibromyalgia will say they can't explain it. It's just all over hurt, like ache, pain, burning. They just can't really describe it because it's like so many things. And I was like that at first. I'm still kind of like that. But yeah, it's just all over, from the scalp, from the follicles, all the way to the tips of your toenails. It's real, it can really like drain your entire body, and just then to not even to touch on the other aspect of it. So while you're suffering, while your body is suffering, like then the whole mental aspect. Okay, how can I stay positive through all this pain? How can I stay positive when I haven't slept through the night? And it's just really hard to explain these things to people who do not suffer with chronic pain. And even the ones that do, because everyone is different, it still can be kind of hard. So all I have to say to about that is just be kind, be respectful, give grace, give grace. That's pretty much what I want to say on the whole topic of people who think that it's not a job to care for your health and your self-care. It's a job. It's a, just like how I've heard in the past people will say, oh, you're a stay-home mom, oh, you're just lazy, you don't want to go to work. Well, what about the parents who want to put their kid in childcare and spend a quality childcare, or not quality, and pay hundreds, like the cost of a mortgage, not knowing, and then you pick your child up and you find out that what kind of socialization were they getting, and then they have injuries, and just there's like a whole host of things of the whole comparison thing. Oh, the ones that stay home, they, they're like, no, that's the reason why a lot of people want to leave and put them in daycare, because they don't want to deal with the harsh reality that for the most part, you have to be, I don't want to say have to be an active parent, but kids are a job, like, and it's rewarding to you as an individual. But as far as the finances, yes, you might be saving some money with excluding childcare, but yeah, it's still a job, it's work. And I give grace to all the stay-at-home moms who really do it and do create their own baby food. And I'm past all that, but I've just, in the past, I know that there were moms that did those things, and there were working outside of the home moms who always had something negative or just weird to say about moms who chose that or decided best for their family to do that. So like I said, just give grace, because it really, you never know what a person is going through. You don't know if they're on their last, you don't know if they're on their last, you never know what a person is going through. So give grace, be kind always, try to put yourself in the other person's shoes, and because you never know, like they say with karma, you never know. You never know when you'll be on the other side of what you're laughing at or not being graceful about or being nice about. You never know if you'll end up being on that side of it. So just educate yourself, and yeah, give grace, be kind, and try to be supportive. That's probably the thing right there. Try to be supportive, because a lot of times, and this is me speaking from my own personal experience, a lot of times I feel like I'm not heard. So that's another reason why I wanted to create this YouTube page, is to share my experiences with individuals who say they understand, like I say that they get it, but their actions show otherwise. So yeah, I just hope that more and more people educate themselves. I'm an advocate big time, and it just warms my heart when I'm at, like, out and about, dental office, just wherever, and someone sincerely says, if you don't mind my asking, what is fibromyalgia? Like, what does it feel like? What is, and it's like, wow, you care? Like, you really want me to break it down? But yeah, so that makes me that makes my heart warm, so that there are individuals who, at least from my view, appear as if they are concerned. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because if there was a health issue or whatever that I wasn't familiar with, I think I would ask, especially going through what I go through now. So, but yep,